Shalom. Call Halayim La, Yahweh Ba'Shem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'Shem Rakakwadash. Double honors to the elder apostles, double honors to the elder bishops of Great Millstone. Peace and blessings to the Akim and a few Akwath across the four winds. This is Bata Maya from Great Millstone, Houston, coming to you with a quick hit. Security doubled at UofH following assault incident, which UofH is the University of Houston. It's right in the heart and soul of Third Ward. You know, right next to Texas Southern University, which is a historical black college and university. But crime is starting to ramp up. Third Ward, used to be real known for, drug trafficking. You would see a lot of crackheads, so on and so forth. But prior to that, it was a prominent so-called black neighborhood. You had doctors, lawyers, people, doing pretty good because it's not too far from the medical center. So Third Ward is near the medical center in downtown. So, you have a top tier university, but hey, as we come into these last days, let me get that. Matthew chapter 24, verse 12. And because iniquity shall abound, the love of many shall wax cold. Hey, so iniquity is sin on top of sin. So the more sin increase, hey, when you go into that wax cold, people are going to get more and more psycho. People are going to get more and more crazy. You had an incident with this homeless guy, asked a young lady, a student, for a pen, held her up at knife point, took her mail, $30, and ultimately he raped her. He took her goods. Now, whether she has a man or not, or even if she, was a virgin or not, hey, the reason why the elder apostles and the bishops on down go into that Deuteronomy chapter 22, it shows you what you're supposed to do in that situation according to the scriptures. But hey, the love of many is waxing cold. These people don't care, they're bugging out. It's more sin on top of sin. And he was actually arrested later on. He came back to the same parking garage. And then I guess he fit the description. He ended up going to jail. But before that, he got tased and he was in a tussle with the security guards. So he ended up going to jail, but he was released. So people are up in the uproar about that, because I guess it was a shift, I guess at the DA or whatnot, whatever they were saying on the news, but a shift, a work shift, a switch, and he was released. So now he's out on pretty much on the run, but he's homeless, so it's not going to be real easy to find this guy. But there have been more robberies, so on and so forth on the campus lately. So the love of many is going to continue to increase. People think that going to college right now is a good thing to do anyway. Let me get this. These people think that they're in a good case. I can go to school, I can get a degree. No, we're not living in a time to do all that. We're living in the last days of the last days. But hey, things like this are going to continue to increase. Matter of fact, 2nd Esdras chapter 16, verse 21. Behold, victuals shall be so good cheap upon earth, that they shall think themselves to be in good case, and even then shall evils grow upon earth, sword, famine, and great confusion. So these people are confused on campus. We're supposed to be at a top tier university, but it's a lot of crime that's increasing. They thinking themselves to be in a good case. After I graduate, I can get a great job. Well, a lot of these jobs are laying people off. So what would be the point? Even if I'm not mistaken, I want to say the numbers for people going to college are starting to decrease anyway. So maybe, there's more scholarship funding, for those. So that's another reason why they probably believe that believe themselves to be in a good case. But evils are growing upon the earth. Why? Because, hey, Job 9:24, the earth is given into the hands of the wicked. Proverbs 29:2. Let me get that. This is the book of Proverbs, chapter 29, verse 2. When the righteous are in authority, the people rejoice. So people are not going to rejoice until we enter into the kingdom of heaven under the rulership of Yahweh Shai, King David and the rest of the 144,000 men of the nation of Israel. That's when people are going to rejoice. Things are going to be in its right order. It's not going to be people just walking around, graping or, holding people at knife point or gunpoint, stealing people's goods. No, because there's going to be consequences for that, for breaking the laws. Back in Proverbs 29:2, but when the wicked beareth rule, the people mourn. People are mourning. You don't think that young lady, if I'm not mistaken, she didn't even want to do an interview. She didn't want her face, to be plastered on the TV. She was embarrassed. You don't think she's mourning? You don't think she's thinking about that every day? You don't think she thinks about that going to school? Even the other students, they're asking for more lighting in certain areas. Just more security. First Timothy chapter 6, verse 10. I'm going to read it in NLT, the New Living Translation. First Timothy 6:10. For the love of money is the root of all kinds of evil. And some people craving money have wandered from the true faith and pierced themselves with many sorrows. So, hey, when you love money, it leads you to do, all kinds of evil. Like with this guy here, he's stealing, he's graping. Like, let's say she does have a man or a husband, he just committed adultery too, on top of stealing. So it just leads you to more sin. But the last precept I had was Psalms chapter 32, verse 10. Many sorrows shall be to the wicked, but he that trusteth in the Lord, Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, mercy shall compass him about. So, Lord willing, we are protected in these last days as we get closer and closer into Jacob's trouble, because these things are going to continue to increase. There's going to be more grapes. There's going to be more stealing. There's going to be more lives lost. More lives lost. But hey, we're going to have trust in Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, and Lord willing, the angels will continue to encamp around us and save us out of Jacob's trouble. But Lord willing, this quick hit was edifying to the hopeful elect of the nation of Israel. Call Halayim La, Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, Bashem Rakakwadash. Double honors to the elder apostles, double honors to the elder bishops of Great Millstone. Peace and bless to the Akim and the few Akwa. Shalom.